Hello and welcome to the post-match analysis of Punjab Kings versus Gujarat Titans. Gujarat Titans, thanks to Rahul Tevatia's last ball boundary, have won this match. And I have with me Rohan Chaudhary, Rajaraman Sir, and Bharat to analyze the match. I will directly go to uh, Rajaraman on this. Rahul Tevatia, cool as a cucumber, finishing the game. Till then, the
I
over
think
was
that
good from Sam Curran.
absolutely terrific over from Sam Curran. But I think this is what Gujarat Titans expect from Rahul Tevatia. They keep the wickets in hand, and he just has to come in and play that one smart shot and win the game for Gujarat Titans. But I think today the credit really goes to Shubman Gill for the calm approach that he had. 150 on a track like this was always going to be not a walk in the park. It was quite a challenge. But I think he played with a calm head. Then David Miller played that cute little innings as well. So it just needed Tewatia one ball to swat over the infield and then be very creative with that. But this is what is expected of him by the Gujarat Titans. And I think he plays that role really well. And like you said, he's cool and he's not nervous at all in the end. To be running to the danger in the previous delivery, for example, when Miller was not able to connect the ball, and then Tewata just ran. And I think it shows that he wants to be there at the finish. He wants to do the finisher's job, and that kind of eagerness is always wonderful for the side.
Exactly, and he has done that in the previous year also against Punjab, and
He has some
he'll
sort
have
of
to
fascination against Punjab.
he'll have to
Right, Bharat?
defeat Punjab. There are some players who have a particular opposition that they love to play against. So Rahul Trevadia might be that someone who loves to play against Punjab Kings. Well, Bharat, coming to you on Punjab Kings batting, do you think they fell short of a few runs? Shikhar Dhawan not performing today. Every day he won't perform, but the others have to step up. Do you think they fell short of few runs and they could have got a 10, 20 more runs and they could have won it? Your thoughts on Punjab Kings batting?
It was not exactly a flat pitch, but they could have got another 15 runs. That obviously would have been the winning runs in the end. Somewhere, someone like Matthew Short, we know right from the 2014 Under 19 World Cup that is a fine player of pace bowling. Not too sure about his ability versus spin. So, but 36, 40 or whatever, he should have carried on as a top order batter and got a 60, 70, but he couldn't hit that googly. And the rest of the batters also got 20. Sam Curran got some 22. Raja Paksa got 20, 21, whatever. There was no one who got the big score there. So obviously that is why they fell short.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Rajaraman, we have to speak about Mohit Sharma. He made a comeback, of course, in place of Yash Dayal, who was taken to the cleaners by Rinku Singh in the last match. But yes, there was some. The pitch wasn't exactly a batting pitch, but still, Mohit Sharma bowled really well.
Yes, he did. I think he was quite the star of the match. 2 wickets for 18 in 4 overs, quite brilliant on comeback to IPL. He missed out a whole season, and I gather that he was part of the Gujarat Titans net bowling team. Can you imagine Mohit Sharma, who's had a brilliant World Cup in 2015, had spent several seasons with Chennai Super Kings, was one of Dhoni's go-to men, spent time a whole year, thanks to Ashish Nehra, asking him to come over and spend time with the Nets. I think he was rewarded today for all the hard work that he did last year as a net bowler, and then get the game, and then look at how brilliant he bowled on that track today. He found the right length, and I think he was challenging the batsman. And Punjab Kings will always wonder why they played close to 10 overs as dot balls. No, 56 dot balls in the whole inning. I think that is where the match was lost for Punjab Kings. And I'm sure Shikhar Dhawan will get his team to address that sooner than later. You can't be playing so many dot balls and hoping to win a game. Now, if you've played 64 balls and scored 150, then imagine what kind of score they could have got had they reduced the dot ball even by 50%. I think they would have got a 170 and a 180, and it would have been a brilliant match to watch after that. it was challenging for the viewers to keep track of what is happening, because they knew that Punjab Kings would canter to a victory. But for that last over from Sam Curran, where there was some, I would say, artificial excitement because he bowled brilliantly and picked up Shubman Gill's wicket as well. I really think that the game was lost primarily because of all the dot balls that the Punjab Kings played, and because of the brilliance of Mohit Sharma. Definitely, no doubt about that.
Yes, exactly. And while watching the match, one thing was striking my head, that the last few days we have been discussing that we are getting the last ball matches, the last ball deciders, and probably today was not that case. But again, Sam Curran kind of took the match to the last ball, and with that brilliant over. But my next question to Bharat and Rajan sir both. In the pre-show, me and Trisha were discussing that Hardik Pandya has three roles: one as a batter, one as a bowler, and one as a captain. And he has not been firing with the bat. But so I want to talk to about Hardik Pandya's batting. He has not performed well, but winning games, captaincy. So Bharat, talk to me about uh, Hardik Pandya's captaincy and batting as a whole.
The batting maybe is in some cases a bit limited in the sense teams have tried to bowl hard length at him. One saw even in the T20 World Cup against Pakistan, Harry Shroff was really going hard at him. But he's a very good hitter, so we expect him to come good at some point. Some skiddy type of bowler, like say, which we saw in the T20 World Cup as well. When Chris Jordan, someone skiddy type of bowler was bowling, he just went after him or he got some leg spinner. You expect him to come good at some point. I think he has the power. His captaincy, obviously, I think he's someone who leads from the front. You can see with his body language. Of course, I'm an outsider. I can't say it sitting on a sofa correctly, but it seems like that his body language, looking at his body language, that other players seem to follow him, follow in his footsteps, and perhaps if he was there around the last match, it would have helped Gujarat Titans when they were playing against KKR, especially Yash Dayal. It might have helped him. Someone who really might have advised him in the last over what lengths to bowl and all that stuff. But I think he's very much someone who inspires others as a captain. So his captaincy is definitely, I think, really good. As a hitter, I think has some limitations, but expect him to come good at some point of time because again, certain kind of bowling is really, really good.
Uh,
I think I think
Rajaraman,
with the
before you answer, yeah, sorry, before you answer that, I would actually add on one more question. Hardik didn't bowl today, and last match he was out because he was feeling a little unwell. So, do you think he's carrying some sort of a niggle or something?
I think since this is a long tournament, players do conserve themselves. I think he will not be too worried about not scoring all those runs that the team expects from him at the moment. Somebody or the other is scoring runs, and Shubman Gill is in prime form. David Miller is scoring the runs that they want. So I don't think they're too concerned about um, the captain not scoring runs at this point of time. I think his captaincy is spot on. He rotated the bowlers pretty well, got on Mohit Sharma at the right kind of time, and just encouraged the bowlers to do a good job. As far as his bowling is concerned, Trisha, I think he's holding himself back. He's not been bowling. I think throughout the tournament, I haven't seen him bowl. And if he does, it's going to be very gingerly. I think it's not a niggle. He's just conserving himself. And if the five men are doing a good job, he doesn't need a six bowler. He sees himself perhaps only as an additional weapon rather than as a key bowler. And when five men are doing a good job, he doesn't need to stress himself. He's perhaps nursing his back, and I think it's a smart thing to do because you never know when back injuries can recur. So he's holding himself back nicely, and I don't think they're too worried about his batting form at this point of time.
Yes, yes, Trisha.
Yeah, we have to, we have already spoken a lot about Shubman Gill because, of course, he definitely was fantastic. But Bharat, Watching Shubman Gill bat, it seems like everybody can bat. It seems it's that easy. I had tweeted that Shubman Gill has to stop making batting look so easy. Talk to me about Shubman
Interesting.
Gill's batting. And this
He-
this is a question to both of you, both Bharat and Rajaraman.
He's the next superstar.
Yeah, not sure what to say, but perhaps I go back to what Chandrakant Pandit once told me in an interview that some batters have little more time on their hands. Not too sure I can say sitting here what exactly is time on your hands, but perhaps Gill has that little more time on his hands. That is why he makes batting look so easy. For others might get rushed by some 145 kilometer per hour delivery that is pounded hard into the pitch. For Gill, it might not be the case. So that could be the reason. Just that traction early seems to pick the length. I guess that is what makes his batting look easy to the eye or pleasing to the eye.
Okay.
I think he adapts himself very well. Chandrakant Pandit talked to Bharat about his having time at his hand, and I think that's a great quality to have for a batsman. That is why batting looks so easy, because he knows where the ball is going to come and he knows what exactly he's going to do with it. He has that additional fraction of a second compared to other batters, so he's able to place the ball where he wants to. He doesn't have to hit it really hard, and he looks so elegant. I think it's also critical that when I talked about adaptability, we need to understand that when Ridhiman Saha was going great guns, he just held himself back. He didn't need to try and match Ridhiman Saha at the other end. He was just happy to play a very good second fiddle. He has a role to play in the side and he's playing it brilliantly. And I think when it comes to his batting, he's just being himself. He's sublime. He's amazing to watch. He's so graceful as well. Uh, and even when he hit the ball hard, it's almost like he's saying, "Okay, I'm sorry, I'm hitting you really hard." No, that kind of approach he's got to batsmanship. I think it's really wonderful to watch someone like him blossom. Uh, I don't think we should talk of him as the next superstar, but I think he's going to be one of India's finest batters for some time to come. He might not address the after Kohli who question, or after Rohit Sharma who question. But I think we will be able to celebrate Shubman Gill batting for India for a long time.
Yes, and he's so graceful to watch. I just love his shots. Uh, Textbook cricket, as you say. But as Raja Raman sir said one show, there is nothing textbook in T20 cricket. Even those shots are textbook for T20. But
So they're rewriting. I said they're rewriting the textbooks.
yeah, rewriting the textbook. Yeah, yes, sir. But Bharat, coming to you, Gujarat Titans bowling overall performed evenly good today. Every player got a wicket. Shami, Joshua Little, Azari Joseph, Rashid Khan, brilliant. Me and Trisha were watching, and we were all watching that part in the office. That Googley, fantastic, and Mohit Sharma. So overall, a good bowling performance from Gujarat Titans. Your thoughts?
If you notice their bowling attack, they have a good balance. So, yeah, someone like Mohit
Yeah.
Sharma today who bowled a lot of slow short balls and then went for the quicker ones. You have Alzari Joseph is a tall fast bowler from Arcades. Josh Little has that little bit of irritable pitch. All that abilities was bowled at 146 km slip in. It's a quicker delivery and obviously I don't need to talk much about Rashid Khan. Everyone knows that he has three, four different variations of the googly itself. So that itself it's enough to take out someone like Matthew Short is not known to be that good against spins. So they have a lot of variety, so much variety that perhaps Hardik Pandya doesn't need to bowl at all. So yeah, Yash Dial did well for them last, but yeah, it's still younger. Last season got some two wickets. Hopefully, he'll make a comeback at some point. But their overall bowling attack it, looks really balanced on
There's a little bit of network issue, I think, at Bharat's end, but he's saying that the Gujarat Titans bowling lineup is a balanced one. And Rajaraman at the beginning of the show said this that dot balls was the difference between the two teams. And guess what? Shikhar Dhawan and Shubman Gill said. Shikhar Dhawan said, if a team plays 56 dot balls, you end up losing the game. So he, and Shubman Gill said that they actually consciously spoke about hitting the singles and keep rotating the strike, because it was not an easy wicket to hit, and the older the ball got, the more difficult it was going to get. The other thing, it's something interesting. This is my next question to Rajaraman. That Shikhar Dhawan says that Liam Livingstone came to the practice yesterday, and he pulled his muscle, and in another 2-3 days he should be good to go. Pulled muscle, 2-3 days. Um, you think he will be available for the? I mean, I know you don't know the extent of the injury exactly, but still, do you reckon 2-3 days are enough?
I think the captain will always have heard from the coaching staff and the support staff. And while he might not have described the injury, if there is an injury, the best way he could, he would have known that when it likely that Livingstone could come back and play a game for the side. I think Shikhar may have got that right. He may not have got the injury part right. So in a couple of days, I'm sure Liam Livingstone, a couple of more knocks at the nets, some sessions with the physio, and I'm sure he'll be ready to go and make an impression. They desperately need his batting because apart from Shikhar, nobody scored runs for them. And I think Punjab Kings will want Shikhar to bat like he can and ensure that Liam Livingstone does get a few runs for them. If they have to be serious contenders for a playoff slot, they need 3 or 4 batters to score runs and at fast clip. I think that will then become the critical part for them. And I'm sure they're confident that they can turn the corner and be in the race for that playoff slot.
Thank
Yes,
you so much.
exactly. And
Yes,
tomorrow, Trisha, KKR's SRH.
absolutely. And the game is in Kolkata just one day before Poila
Well,
Boishak. And yes, and for people who do not know what is Poila Boishak, it's New Year's for Bengalis. I think we obviously start on a new note from the 14th of April, which is first day of the month of Boishak in the Bengali calendar. And we will
Oh,
be back,
Trisha,
obviously.
I might add it's Varsha Parbu for the Tamilians as well. So
Yes, true.
I
It is.
can wish you Happy New Year and you can wish me back Happy New Year tomorrow.
Absolutely. But before
sure,
that, I
sure,
would
sure.
like you to send me that message in Tamil, because I have a lot of friends who are Tamilians, and I will want to show off to them that I also know Tamil.
We'll, we'll do that. We've had a good game tonight. Tomorrow it's going to be home match for all of you guys. So I hope
Absolutely.
you will have a good game. And KKR has looked good. Suddenly they have played to potential, and I
Yeah.
truly hope that Andre Russell bowls a few overs as well, because then that will really lift the side up. They've got a couple of marvelous spinners who have done really well for them. Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti have done really well. Their batters have come to the party as well. So they look a good side. Hopefully tomorrow you will enjoy a good game as well.
We hope
And
so too.
hopefully we don't get Subhan's super over tomorrow.
No, we don't want that. But before we go to Super Over, before we go to the match, obviously there will be teeing off with Ref Sports with Rohan. And tomorrow will be a Poila Boishak special pre-show from our studio. We'll have food, we will have fun, and we will obviously analyze the match between KKR and Sunrisers Hyderabad. So you guys would not want to miss our show. Do join us at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and also at 7 p.m. Also, we have a very special person's interview. Rohan, you have taken the interview. Why don't you speak a little on the interview?
It's absolutely a promising young champion. We recently had Priyanshu Rajawat, the fantastic tournament he had in Orleans, and he was telling me that. And one thing I really took from the interview was he said that I asked him about his mental condition before in the final when he lost the second set. He said that मैं हार को उतना सीरियसली नहीं लेता, हार जाता तो क्या होता, सीख मिलता and जीत गया तो जीत गया. So that's for a 19-year-old having that kind of mentality and maturity is really good, and he has some potential. Rajasan would know, sir.
Yes,
Have you seen?
it was a good win for him. Very important that he picked up the win. It give him a lot of confidence. It will also boost his ranking, and hopefully he will be the one who will carry the India flag in the next few years, because you need players. Srikanth Kidambi is perhaps on the slide, uh, as is HS Pranay. Lakshya Sen has not been consistent, so you want a youngster to come along and whip up passion among all of us. Um, this morning you had this little break about Aryan Nehra getting the Asian Games qualification. So things are looking up in Indian sport, and I'm glad that we are tracking all of those developments. You have an Asian champion in Aman in wrestling as well. So things are looking up, and hopefully we will have all those wonderful stories for viewers of Ref Sports.
And hopefully we'll have the cricket in 2028.
That would be fantastic, you know. But if you want to know about all the sports going on around the world, maybe rugby and baseball and basketball, we aren't up to the mark as yet, but in the future for sure. But other sports, definitely, you know which site to follow. Do follow us in our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, right now, it's time to bid goodbye to my host and my guests. And I will be meeting you guys. Rohan, I'm coming for the morning show, so I'll be
Yeah.
meeting you guys in the morning again. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rajaraman.
Have
Thank you,
have a
Al.
lovely night and a wonderful year ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And Rohan, I'll see you soon.
Yep.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Bharat. Good night.